One, yeah.
And last class was good. It was
Speak in the microphone so that we can record you.
and last class was good. It was not my first class of GD, but many people have it was their first GD, and according to that it was okay. But it would improvise more. Everybody would have when everybody would have. Because some people are not skilled. So it like अच्छा लगता है जब सब लोग बोलते हैं
That is to people who were online, they were not speaking at all.
Yes, ma'am.
So that should not be. So had everybody spoken, it would have been a different class altogether. So GDs are meant to be like everybody is giving his or her own input, like whatever your feeling is, whatever your thought process is, whatever your thought together and coming to work together at a common platform. Yes, you. Yes.
बोलो. अच्छा लगा मैम वो जीडी क्लास करके और होना भी चाहिए
और किस तरह से इम्प्रूव किया जा सकता है और क्या आप बिल्कुल अगर परफेक्ट है सही है या कुछ और ऐड करना है आपको?
नहीं सही है
थोड़ी क्लास में वाइब्रेंसी लाइए, बोलिए खुल बोलिए, जब तक कि कम्युनिकेशन आपकी इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स क्लियर नहीं होगा तब लोग जान नहीं पाएंगे आपको ना कि अगर आप नहीं बोलेंगे तो वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू नो योर थॉट प्रोसेस एंड एवरीबॉडीज ओपिनियन इज एज इम्पोर्टेंट. ठीक है? यस. Speak in the microphone.
Last GD class was very good. Everybody giving their own opinion and topic. Everybody very clear speaker giving their points.
Yes, next.
GD classes are good, but online classes are not participating in this GD. But offline classes are participating there. That's good.
Last GD class was amazing, but everyone improve. Everyone can improve by participating.
Yes.
इसमें एक चीज और था जैसे कि ऑनलाइन जो बच्चे आते हैं वो पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर पाते हैं ना, डिस्कस कर पाते हैं टॉपिक.
कि नहीं कर पाते हैं या नहीं करते हैं?
नहीं कर
पाते. Everybody has been given a chance. You all should have a voice to raise your voice. Whatever your concern is.
नहीं करते.
Voice your concern. Yeah.
नहीं करते हैं. ऑफलाइन में जो भी बच्चे हैं वो पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, काफी डिस्कस भी करते हैं, तो काफी अच्छा लगता है ना. जो
आपको क्या लगता है कि ऑनलाइन क्लासेस फ्रूटफुल है? नहीं फ्रूटफुल इसलिए कि पार्टिसिपेट करें या नहीं करें. या आप सामने दिख रहे हो लेकिन सामने आप देख रहे हो अभी आप देख रहे हैं कि पीपल आर नॉट इवन विद देयर कैमरा ऑन करके रखना है। जैसे ये अमित कुमार सिंह जी हैं, तो ये अगर घर पे है तो घर ही की बात हो जाती है। मैं करूँ तो भी ठीक है, ना करूँ तो भी
Yes,
ठीक
ma'am.
है।
तो भी
This is the difference between online and offline classes. आप बताइए कनेक्टेड नहीं हो पाते हैं ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में, जबकि आप कॉम्प्रिहेंशन हो जाए, आप समझ रहे हैं क्या पढ़ाई हो रही है। इंटरैक्टिव सेशन होता है वहां पर आप यू शाई अवे फ्रॉम
last GD classes good, ma'am. We can improve everything I will discuss. Be positive and focus on me.
यस अमित कुमार।
Ma'am, I agree with online classes.
Okay, you agree with online
Because
classes,
ma'am,
but the yes,
थोड़ा मैं बोलना चाहता था कि जैसे लॉकडाउन लगा तो सारे स्कूल वगैरह कॉलेज वगैरह सब बंद हो गए, तो
ठीक है।
फिर सब तो पढ़ाई बंद हो जाना चाहिए था। तो मैम
नहीं, यहाँ
ये
बात
ऑनलाइन
वो नहीं
क्लास
हो
में
रही है
भी
अमित कुमार, आपने समझा नहीं। यहाँ बात ये नहीं हो रही कि ऑनलाइन क्या ऑफलाइन। ऑनलाइन क्लासेस ऑफ कोर्स अलाउड है, बट ज्यादा इंटरेक्शन आप लोगों का नहीं हो पाता। जैसे इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स आपका उतना सामने नहीं आता है, बिकॉज आप घर पे बैठे हैं, आप शायद पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहें या नहीं कर चाहें, आप उतना कंपल्सरी नहीं समझते कि मुझे बोलना है। जैसे यहाँ तो एवरीबडी स्पोक ऑन दैट टॉपिक, लेकिन बच्चे जो ऑनलाइन है शायद ही कोई किसी ने नहीं कहा। तो इन दिस वे अगर आप घर बैठे हैं तो आपको लगता है यू टेक योर अपर हैंड कि मैं पार्टिसिपेट करूं या ना करूं, इट्स ओके। पर ऐसी बात नहीं है। वी गिव प्रॉपर अटेंशन टू स्टूडेंट्स हु आर ऑनलाइन एंड ऑफलाइन एज वेल। जैसे आपने भी हैंड रेज किया, मैंने उनको रोक करके आपसे मैंने पूछा ये बात, ठीक है। ऑफ कोर्स ऑनलाइन क्लासेस ऑलवेज गुड, बिकॉज अगर लास्ट ऑप्शन यही है, आप घर से बाहर हैं या शहर से बाहर हैं, तो दिस इज द ओनली ऑप्शन। क्लास मिस नहीं होता है आपका,
मैम learn from anywhere. Online classes benefit is
That
learn
is
from
true.
anywhere.
This is not the GD today. The GD is that ये Saturday को आप करेंगे online, offline or whatever. But the problem with the last class, we were discussing the last class. Like students who were online, they did not even participate in the GD. That is what we were discussing. And I'm giving you 10 minutes time for the feedback of the last class. Yes, you were saying something. Done, yeah.
If you talk about the English communication, when I speak, I forget the right word at the right time. I think it is the best thing for improving my communication skill. It should be done on a regular basis. It's my opinion.
That is true. Yes, next.
In my opinion, GT was important for us because it develops our communication skills and presentation of anybody in
That is
front of anybody.
true. That is true. Yes, next.
I wasn't present.
Okay. All right. People at the back.
As we have discussed about like that rural life and urban life in the previous GD discussion, that was a very awesome discussion because we have discussed various information how we live in the rural and urban life, and many people have also participated in this discussion and then expressed about thought and knowledge about the rural life and urban life. So I think it's a very is auspicious for that we have discussed, like real life and urban life. So other ones just want to say that.
Okay.
Anyone? Thank you.
Ma'am, last class is amazing, and I think in GD is very important, most important to our speaking skills. So my opinion is that GD is daily on daily basis.
Daily basis.
Yes, ma'am. I think it's very important to us.
Any kind of presentation is important, like 20-30 minutes of teaching, and at least 10 minutes of discussion is important on any topic, right? So let us start our class again with what is a bad example and what is good example of the 7 C's of communication. As you saw in the last class, couple of classes, you were talking about the principles of effective communication. So the 7 C's come in handy. And these are the 7 rules that you take into account when you're writing or when you're speaking. So you cannot go without deleting any one of these. So these 7 is very important, really. So any message needs to come out clearly from your communication. When you talk about clarity, any communication, whatever it is, needs to come out clearly from your communication rather than the recipient having to assume things and coming back to you. Don't let the receiver assume. Okay, supposing I will, if our message is, I would like to meet you at 10:30, or I would like to meet you in the evening. Now the message is very unclear. It means in the evening what? Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So the person will again go up and ask, so when is the meeting? Is it today? Is it tomorrow? So any message which you give out, it should be clear, and do not let the reader assume. What is the meaning of assume? Anuman lagana. This will only lead to more time being wasted. Supposing you write something which is unclear, the reader will write back again to you asking some queries. Then you will write back again. Then he will clarify and verify. So a lot of time wasted on emails. So the very first mail which you are sending should be clear. Do not try to communicate too many things in one message. This will dilute the attention of the reader. What do you mean dilute the attention? Yes. Supposing you are giving 5 instructions. When he is reading the first, when he is reading the second, he'll forget about the first instruction. When he'll be reading the 5th, he'll be confused. So one message, one instruction at a time. So this will dilute the attention of the reader. For an example of poor communication skills, look at this email below. Now this is a bad example. Somebody read the bad example. आप ही में से कोई पढ़िए. Bad example.
Dear James, I would like to talk to you about the new client's project which the engineering team had discussed yesterday. I might need the help of John from your team. Regards, Kim.
So this is a bad example, and the same message, the same email is written, which is a good example. Read.
There are innumerable things that are wrong in this email.
So there are many things which are wrong. Innumerable things, a lot of things, many things that go wrong.
James might not even know who the new client is or what the project is about. He probably was not part of the meeting with the engineering team. Furthermore, there might be more than one John in James' big team. Kevin also mentions that he wants to talk. However, he hasn't mentioned what time he would like to talk. Neither has he asked James if he would be free at any of the time slots available. Here's how this email could be made clearer.
Now, how can you make this email clearer? And why this is a bad? If you go back to read this again, so okay, there are no grammatical errors, there are no spelling errors. No, everything is fine. But still, why this is bad? Because it is not clear, it is lacking some vital information. So how will you convert this bad example to a good example? Somebody read the good example? Pardon?
Dear James, as you may know, we have signed up XYZ as our new client. I had a meeting with the engineering team yesterday and had discussed the campaign requirements for this project. John Reardon from your team had done a pretty good job last
Here,
time.
the first thing is that he has written the name of the client. I had a meeting with XYZ as our client, new client. He's mentioned that. Secondly, he's discussed that yes, he was in the meeting in the campaign, and then he was mentioning John Redden.
Yes, sir.
There can be many James, but there can be many Johns in the company, but he has written the full name which is required. Yes, read.
John Reardon from your team had done a pretty good job last time doing the social media campaign for ABC, and so I would like him to work on the XYZ campaign too. Would you be available sometime tomorrow to discuss this further? Regards, Kevin.
So he is asking, would you be available anytime tomorrow? It means if the person is giving him options, tell me when you are free. Right? Would you be available and sometime tomorrow to discuss the further?
Yes.
To discuss this further. Now this message is complete, isn't it? So did you understand the difference between good and a bad mail? Read.
This email has all the information James needs to know. He can be well prepared for the meeting and also check on John's availability and have an answer for Kevin when they meet the next day, in whichever time slot both the men are free.
Understood? Clear, incomplete messages, bad email, and good example, a message which has all the details. Number 2 is correct. Somebody else read correctness. Correct. I have already explained what is correctness. Correctness in speech, correctness in spellings, correctness in language, correctness in punctuation, whatever. Yes, somebody read.
When too many emails are being written in a day, people tend to type fast and therefore might make spelling mistakes. A spell check will not be able to catch it if the wrongly spelled word is in fact another word in the English language. You also need to ensure that you address people the right way and spell their names correctly.
Additionally,
you need to ensure that the reader has sufficient knowledge and education to understand the technical terms you use in your communication.
so what do you mean by correctness? Like what does this passage say? That in an organization, a person can be too busy and he may be writing too many emails in a day. And the person can be very fast. There can be typo errors. No, there can be mistakes. But if you do not check your spelling, the word can mean something else in English also. Like we can be conversation can turn into conservation. So a lot of things are there. So if you are mindful of such mistakes, your whole meaning can go wrong. That is why correctness is very important, whether you're writing or speaking. Now, first you read the bad example and see what are the errors the person has committed. Read.
Dear David, further to our conservation today, I am attaching the plan for the first stage of the project. Hope the 1 week deadline is okay with you and your team.
Now, first of all, you tell me where are the errors?
Conversation.
Instead of conversation, the person conservation. The whole meaning is goes haywire. It means nothing. And what is the second? Are there any other errors? Weak. Weak deadline. What is weak deadline? It means deadline which can no deadline. Like you can submit whenever you want to. So this went wrong with two errors, with two main errors. No? Glaring spelling mistakes. What do you mean by the term glaring? मतलब चिल्लाता हुआ mistakes है. Yes, read.
There were two glaring spelling errors in this email. Conversation was spelled conservation and week was spelled weak. Though these are minor errors, they could gravely impact the credibility of your professionalism and the brand image of the organization you represent.
Now, supposing you are writing this mail, your reputation will be at stake. It will talk of your unprofessionalism. You're not professional at all. And the reputation of your company will be at stake as well. It means there is nobody to check. There's nobody with such glaring mistakes. So the reputation, the credibility will be at stake. Yes, read.
Therefore, it is absolutely necessary to check all your spelling and prefixes before you send an email, especially if you are sending it to a client or a vendor outside of your company.
Now, completeness. And a good example will be just changing the spelling and then writing. Somebody read completeness. Any message which is incomplete will be disastrous. Any message which is not complete, which is lacking information, is supposed to be bad communication. Someone read.
A complete message will have all the information the reader needs to know to be able to respond or take action. If you require the reader to take some kind of action, ensure that you have a call to action in your email and also communicate the urgency of the task in question. Incomplete message lead to iteration, a lot to back and waste of time and effort on both ends. Here is an example of an incomplete message.
Any incomplete message is disastrous. Now, bad example.
Hi all, let us meet tomorrow to discuss the product launch event. Please be there on time. Thanks.
Now, how can you rectify this bad example? Yeah, please be there. Be there what? At what time? Yeah, what time and where? So this Chris has to write some complete. Okay, read.
There is no mention of the time of the meeting,
scheduled or scheduled, जो भी कहते हैं आप,
or the location. Neither is there a set agenda. The recipient of the email would have to write back or call to Chris to clear it.
So this is such a disgusting mail that if I am the recipient, I will call or I will write again. What is this? What time do you want? And what is to be discussed and where? Lot of hassles. Now, what is a good example?
The best way to have written this email is, hi all, let us meet tomorrow at 11 p.m. at a conference 11 a.m. and conference room 3 to discuss the launch event. We will have to decide the keynote speakers and complete the event invite draft tomorrow. Please be there on time. Thanks.
यहाँ पर एक वर्ड आया एजेंडा. What do you mean by agenda? How will you create? वो अभी आपको पढ़ाया नहीं है, लेकिन हम पूछ रहे हैं आपको कि why is agenda important before any meeting? लड़कियों से पूछ रहे हैं, आप चुप रहिए. What is agenda? सोनल प्रिया.
What to discuss?
Have you ever made an agenda? Have you heard about this word before?
Yes, ma'am.
So why is it important? मतलब आप हमको बोलिए ना एजेंडा मतलब. नहीं बोलिए तो let her speak. No, I want to know. कारण. जैसे कोई मीटिंग हम लोग करते हैं तो सबसे पहले पूछते हैं कि ओके देयर विल बी एन एकेडमिक मीटिंग फॉर पीजीडीएम स्टूडेंट्स. सबसे पहले क्या होता है? एजेंडा क्या है? मतलब किस टॉपिक पे बात करना है? या the meeting of PGDM, the meeting regarding PGDM. What is the agenda? To discuss the class status, your feedback. It means all teachers who are going to that class will come and present their feedback. Syllabus status, what covered, comprehension of students, how much they have understood, are they interactive? It means we will be asked about your status in my class, your status in Shilpa ma'am's class, your status in Akanksha ma'am's class. So we should all be called for this meeting to give a feedback on each class. It was done. Academic meetings are always an exhibition. Everybody needs to put in or give their data. Agenda is made at least 2-3 days before the meeting. Supposing that I'm writing an agenda for a meeting on next Monday. Now I will discuss this with Director Sir, of course, and then prepare this agenda, right? And then what will happen? I will write, if it is only about PGDM, then I will write the names of people who are teachers who are coming to your class. The names of those teachers will be in the agenda. And those teachers will be given a handout, printout of the agenda, which is going to happen next Monday. Why beforehand? पहले क्यों दिया जाता है agenda? मंडे को मीटिंग है तो आज ही क्यों देंगे हम agenda सबको? For preparation. Coming with details. So the person is talking about there is no agenda about this meeting. So what is going to happen? कब मिलना है? क्या है? कुछ नहीं, nothing. Hi all. He is just written a hi all and everybody come. About what?
No one can say okay, elaborate or no one elaborate his ideas or without agenda.
Yes,
Because
without, yeah, the agenda can be made in 5 minutes, but the people presenting it can take longer time, like, isn't it? Like your attendance, who all are coming, who all are not coming, the percentage of your attendance, your understanding. Anyways, the fourth is concise. What do you understand by the meaning of concise? का मतलब क्या है? हेलो, concise मतलब बताइए. मैं रिपीट कर रही हूँ आप लोगों के लिए. शुड तो फिंगर टिप्स होना चाहिए. मैं बता चुकी हूँ. कंसाइज क्या होता है? क्यों क्लास नहीं करते हो आप? तो फिर
मैम ज्यादा छोटा ना ज्यादा बड़ा, एक पर्टिकुलर जितने
ब्रीफ. जैसे तुमको कुछ चाहिए अपने पेरेंट्स से, तुमको चाहिए 10,000 रुपए, तुम जाके स्ट्रेट नहीं बोलोगी, बोलोगी जाकर क्या बोलोगी? तुम इधर उधर की बात करोगी. हाँ पापा कैसा चल रहा है, कैसे आपकी तबीयत कैसी है, दवा ले रहे हैं टाइम पे कि नहीं, और फिर घूमते घुमाते उनको यहाँ से पूरा उनको टूर पे ले जाओगी. और उसके बाद पापा तुम्हारे समझ जाएंगे कि इसको तो मेरे पास बैठने का भी टाइम नहीं मिला था, आज इसको इतना पापा के ऊपर प्यार क्यों आ रहा है. तो आखिरकार पापा तुमसे पूछने लेंगे, अरे बताओ ना, बोलना क्या है, कुछ चाहिए क्या? हाँ नहीं, हाँ नहीं, हाँ. तो पापा को पता चलेगा कि इसको चाहिए 10,000 रुपीज. तो घुमा फिरा कि इधर से उधर से पूरे गली मोहल्ले घुमा के उनको तो ये कंसाइज नहीं हुआ. कंसाइज हुआ टू द पॉइंट, इन ब्रीफ. जो भी कहना है कंप्लीट होना चाहिए, करेक्ट होना चाहिए, कंसाइज होना चाहिए, ताकि किसी को टाइम नहीं तुम्हारी राम कहानी सुनने की. Nobody has time today for listening to long stories. Concise, to the point. ठीक है, पढ़ो अब. और नेक्स्ट टाइम मत बोलना ये आपके सिलेबस में है, इसीलिए ध्यान दीजिए थोड़ा. हाँ, yes, somebody read concise.
People more often than not tend to write 4 sentences in a place where they could have finished
The meaning is, if you can finish your message in 2 sentences, do not go up to write 4 sentences. 2 sentences में काम चल गया तो 4 sentences मत लगाइए. Be as brief as possible.
This wastes the time of the sender and the receiver, and in turn limits their productivity. Furthermore, traders such add filters and I mean sort of. For instance, basically it means your message needs to be tight to the point and crisp. Here is an example of a bad email.
कौन पढ़ रहा था अभी? कोई पंक्चुएशन समझ में आता है कि नहीं? कहाँ कॉमा है, कहाँ फुल स्टॉप है, कुछ नहीं. कहीं कॉमा फुल स्टॉप नहीं. पढ़ी जा रही. तुम जब आचार बनोगी your subordinates are going to have a tough time. No comma, full stop. बस आके स्पीच बोलना शुरू करेंगे. पता चलेगा ही नहीं कि कौन सा पॉइंट कब खत्म हुआ, कौन सा नेक्स्ट पॉइंट कब शुरू हुआ. Pauses are very important. जहाँ कॉमा है वहां रुक जाओ, थोड़ा सा रुको, अल्प विराम. या फुल स्टॉप है वहां आराम से रुक जाओ. ये फास्ट ट्रैक स्पीड ब्रेकर भी नहीं देखती. You don't even see the speed breaker. Anyways, bad example. अब तुम ही पढ़ोगी bad example. चलो.
I think we need to talk about the
ऊपर कौन
CSR.
पढ़ेगा? अब इतना भी कंसाइज सैल्यूटेशन ही खत्म. Okay, hi Suzanne. Yeah, पढ़ो.
Hi Suzanne, I think we need to talk about the CSR comparison. I mean the one which we need to do as a quarterly exercise. I think it is a great way of enhancing our brand image. Basically, it would just a visit to be an office, but we can sort to do other thing too. For instance, we could take the kids out of the short trip to nearby park. Let us sit and talk to us. Jennifer, the mail is full of filter and
Fillers.
excited phrase.
Too much fillers है. अच्छा आप बताइए कौन कौन फिलर्स यहाँ पर है? क्या क्या चीजें हैं, क्या क्या कौन से वर्ड है जो अनकॉल्ड फॉर है, जरूरत नहीं है, बताइए.
Quarterly exercise.
I think बिल्कुल बेकार चीज है. मतलब बेकार नहीं है, मतलब यहाँ पर जरूरत नहीं था. I mean भी जरूरत नहीं है. दोबारा I think it is a great way of enhancing our brand image. ये भी बिल्कुल uncalled for है, जरूरत ही नहीं यहाँ पर. Basically word बिल्कुल useless डाला हुआ है. For instance ये भी unnecessarily डाला हुआ है. चलिए, let us read the rectify. Good example. Read.
Hi Suzanne, I need to discuss the quarterly CSR comparison and with you. Let us take kids out this time to nearby park or zoo instead of just visiting them. This will help enhance our brand image. We will talk in detail tomorrow.
So just a crisp, concise
Regards,
message
Jennifer.
without any fillers. Concise. The most important, concrete. आज गर्ल्स ही पढ़ेंगे क्या? सोनल प्रिया रीड. चलिए, the meaning of concrete. Hello, concrete मतलब क्या होता है? उसको मत देखो. हाँ तुम बताओ. कंक्रीट. आज एग्जाम ले लेते तो मैंने बताया था ना कंक्रीट. रियल or definite. Yes, concrete.
Main fact exam.
Hmm?
Main fact
Facts. Something which is solid, something which has weight. हाँ, concrete. ठोस बात कुछ होनी चाहिए. Yeah, read.
You need to believe in what you want to convey.
मतलब तुम जो कह रहे हो, you should believe also कि हम क्या कह रहे हैं. यानी कि हम भी हवा में कह रहे हैं. पता नहीं सच है कि नहीं. I don't know. मुझे लगता है ऐसा कि ऐसा होने वाला है. Yeah. Talk sense. Somebody was saying that there will be lockdown from tomorrow. ये कोई कंक्रीट बात है क्या? Somebody was saying, सुनने में आया है, उड़ती उड़ती खबर है. All these are baseless talk, which you cannot believe on. Yes, read.
You need to believe in what you want.
In what you want to convey. तुम जब बोलना चाहते हो, तुम जब मैसेज आना चाहते हो, you should believe that. Yeah.
Concreteness is a quality which needs to come to the fore, especially during marketing or advertising campaign. There needs to be details that capture the attention of the audience, not bore them.
Especially when when you need to convince somebody in an advertisement or a job interview. So you need to have some concrete facts. कोई हवाबाजी करने से जॉब नहीं मिलता तुम लोग किसी को भी. So you believe in what you're saying and believe in facts and figures. Chalo, bad example. This is an advertisement about Hilltop Resort. Yes, you read.
Hilltop Resort is the best resort. Do come to us on the next holiday. This is the pages and message.
तो ये
It
बहुत
is
vague
made
message. एकदम,
vague.
this is the best resort. Please come in the next holiday. The person has not even advertised properly. Why this is the best? You have to give reasons. No? This is vague. Yes.
Yes. It is made to sound like just another resort advertisement among 100 others. The audience will never remember this ad message. There are no concrete details to take away from this message.
So this is a bad advertisement because there's nothing concrete about it. Good example.
Good example. Hilltop. Go back. Sorry. Hilltop Resort is the jewel of the Western Hills. Take a break from your work. Escape from life, cues and
Chaos.
Chaos.
Escape from life's chaos.
Chaos.
Resort क्या होता है? छुट्टी मनाने के लिए आप जाते हैं. What is chaos? Anybody? शोरगुल. मतलब लाइफ का जो टेंशन है, स्ट्रेस है, शोरगुल है, उससे बचने के लिए हॉलिडे, टेक अ हॉलिडे and relax and come here. Right? The word is chaos.
Relax and rejuvenate
Rejuvenate. अपने से अपने को रिफ्रेश करना.
yourself at Hilltop. Go back fresh and engaged.
Go back fresh and energized. Now this is a very good ad and which attracts. सबसे पहले he has put in a lot of words which are strong. Persuasive communication. पढ़ के आपको लगेगा yes, I would like to go there. Like Hilltop Resort is the jewel of Western Hills. Jewel है. What is jewel? Precious. Precious. Take a break from your work. The person is being so convincing. इतना persuasively बोल रहा है. Take a break and come. And take a break from your work. Escape from life's chaos. And stress. Relax and rejuvenate yourself at Hilltop. Go back fresh and energized. Now this is persuasive communication. Convincing. It has some facts. It has some concrete details. Which can attract any customer. Yes, read.
This message give you visualizing details. The reader can actually imagine being in a beautiful resort, breathing fresh air and swimming in a pool instead of slogging away at his or her office. This is a concrete message conveyed to the audience.
So this is a concrete message that reaches far and beyond. Just coherent.
Okay.
Yes, what is the meaning of coherent? Linking. All your messages should be linked. Yeah.
Or they Vishal?
Your message needs to have a logical flow. All sentences in your email or report should be connected to the previous one and stick to
To
the
the
main
previous
topic.
one.
हम पहले
All the message should be connected to the previous one.
without ma'am,
And stick to the main topic. फिर से पढ़ो.
your message needs to have a logical flow. All sentences in your email or report should be connected to the previous one and stick to the main topic. Without coherence, the reader will easily lose track of what you have conveyed. Bad example. Dear Nam, thanks for submitting the industry report. Finn will give you some
Finn will give you
feedback on
some
it.
feedback on it. पढ़ो.
Finn also wanted to find out if you will be available for the client meeting tomorrow. We will be discussing the budget for the next phase of the project. Regards, Shirley.
Shirley.
Shirley. The email was supposed to be about the industry report which was submitted and the feedback for it. The question about the meeting had come out of nowhere. Nowhere. And will now distract Nam and her priorities.
It means एक email में baseless topics भी था, जो कि it makes it not coherent. Good example.
Dear Nam, thanks for submitting the industry report. Finn will give you some feedback on it. You will be receiving an email from him with detailed comments. Regards, Shirley.
Shirley.
Regards, Shirley.
Shirley.
This email, Shirley. This email talks only about the report. This email talks only about the report. Therefore, knows that her report has been viewed and she needs to wait for feedback. Query about the meeting. There are no distractions. Query about the meeting have been an entirely different email.
Now that is complete with the courteous. What is the meaning of courteous? Yes?
Courteous means good morning.
Politeness. आप लोग नहीं याद रखेंगे तो how will you remember the 7 C's in your communication? Read. Read someone.
Being courteous is
Profound. It means great importance.
Profound importance in a corporate settings. Individuals who work together are not necessarily friends, and therefore, to maintain a healthy working relationship, being courteous is a necessity. Hidden insults and aggressive tone. Insults and aggressive tones will only cause trouble among individuals and result in reduced morale and productivity.
Reduced morale and productivity. It means organization में कभी किसी को hidden insult या ऐसी बात नहीं करनी चाहिए जो कि उसको अच्छा नहीं लगे और somebody can feel bad about it. Bad example.
Had you not get all your IT ignore request team alone. My team is an important function in this organization too, and we have our own IT requirement. Can you ensure that your team
Promptly.
responds promptly to my
क्या
team's
मतलब होता है ये क्या मेल
requests?
दे रहा है कि
Heroine.
आपका आईटी का टीम मेरे टीम मेंबर्स को हेल्प नहीं कर रहा, सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा है, और कुछ क्वेरी जाता है तो उन लोग प्रॉम्प्टली तुरंत जवाब देते नहीं है। तो हमारा टीम, हमारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, हमारा टीम भी एक इम्पोर्टेंट यूनिट है आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का। तो आप इंश्योर कीजिए कि आपको हमारे टीम मेंबर्स को प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो। So this was the rude message. And what is, so this is very insulting and rude, so it might cause problems. Now read the good example and we'll finish.
Hi Drew, I understand that the IT team is swamped with work and gets requests from every department
Swamped with work
in
का
the
मतलब क्या होता है?
organization.
IT टीम को बहुत काम रहता है, मुझे हम लोगों को पता है, ठीक है, लेकिन फिर भी लिखने का तरीका है, बोलने का तरीका है।
My team, however, is working on a high priority project, and I would greatly appreciate if you could ask your team members to respond to
Promptly,
my
मतलब
team's
तुरंत
queries
जवाब देने।
promptly and help us complete this project on time. Please do let me know if you need anything from me. Regards, Stanley. As a result of the polite request is the likely that Drew will feel appreciated and important, and he will definitely ask his team to help your team out. Work gets done and everybody is happy to.
तो अगर आप कुछ डांट के काम करवाना चाहेंगे तो काम होगा नहीं। उसी काम को तरीके से बात कीजिएगा तो आपका काम हो जाएगा। Nobody will be feeling bad about anything. तो गुड एग्जाम्पल, बैड एग्जाम्पल आपने देख लिया। अब प्लीज रिमेम्बर द मीनिंग ऑफ द 7 C's। क्या पढ़ना पड़ेगा, एक बार पढ़ ली, दैट इज फॉर ऑल, हमेशा के लिए। ओ इसको आपको सेंड कर दें क्या ग्रुप में? हाँ, गुड एग्जाम्पल, बैड एग्जाम्पल, ठीक।